Melissa Messina, and I am the guest curator of Maya Linn, A Study of Water. This was a perfect combination, right? I mean, Maya Linn, you don't get a much bigger name than that, and the work is so incredibly important. And I think it's important to have that conversation here. As a guest curator, I'm constantly asking questions. Who is your audience? What do people want to see? My role was really to bring all sides together and have a conversation about what is possible. Maya Linn's representations of water, it's something that she's been interested in and focused on for much of her career, so it seemed like a really natural fit to start from there and create an exhibition that really looked at all of her representations of water.
I have been preoccupied with and obsessed with water for at least 30 years, and I don't quite know why. Maybe there's something that just drew me to water. I'm a very committed and caring environmentalist, and water is the lifeblood of our planet and of us. The Chesapeake Bay has played a very large part in many of my museum studio sculptures, and people have asked, well, why the Chesapeake? From an ecological point of view, it is one of the most critically important waterways in this country. It is so beautiful as a form. I love the Chesapeake. It's called Folding the Chesapeake, and it's made out of industrial glass marbles. I do like to ground you with what is right outside your front door in the natural world, and I'm trying to capture in the mediums sort of a reflectivity, which is so much a part of water. And so when the sun hits it at certain times of day, it's like a light switch went on. We just went out to the Chesapeake Bay Foundation and looked at oyster restoration. Oysters play a big part. Those oyster reefs could have significant protection for our coastal lands. These are huge boons for both climate change mitigation, storm surge, and as well as cleaning the bay and bringing back biodiversity. Blue carbon habitats may stand alone as the most efficient biological reservoirs of stored carbon. So you are here, and the Chesapeake Bay becomes a huge solution to climate change. If we rethink our farming, rethink the soils, rethink protection of the wetlands, because wetlands sequester 3 times as much carbon as a tropical forest. Does a wave begin and end? So the piece that you'll see here is called Flow, and it became 2x4 landscape. And it actually can't make up its mind if it's a hill or a cresting wave, but that's sort of the genesis. And I love the ambiguity. From the front, it looks like a cresting wave. From the back, it felt like a hill. Artists need to create on the same scale that society has the capacity to destroy. And I have been finding a lot of my time being focused much more on climate change, obsessed with how quickly we are losing the ice and the glaciers. Scientists are saying the thickness is disappearing, so it's going to melt a lot quicker now because it's so much thinner than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And it's led to a series of works. So the uppermost level is where we're at today. And then the thinness, of course, expresses the vulnerability due to the fact that we're eating away, the water's eating away at these ice areas from beneath. I realized I needed to deal with what we're losing, especially stuff you don't even realize is disappearing. The species we will lose if we do not take action. So it's just a wake-up call and a call to action. How can I get you to connect to nature in a different way? Go to the website, explore a history of the world. There's thousands of ecological histories, personal memories, and there are in-depth timelines. There's over 100 entries charts an ecological history of your bay. What our ecological histories try to do is get you to understand massive abundance, what's missing, not to depress you, but almost leave you in awe of what nature can hold. Nature's resilient, and if you give it a chance, it comes back. And so there's a whole echo throughout the timelines of that arc. Nature is incredibly strong. We're just not giving it a chance to come back. For me, it was always about, can we just think differently about this? Can we just put it in a perspective that kind of says, this is fixable, this is doable, we could all do something, we could make a difference here.